I'm Batman!
I'm Batman.
No, wait. Wait a minute.
Nobody knows who you are.
Shit. Fuck.
Not even you know who you are.
I'm Bubbles.
And I'm still Batman.
And we're semi-limited. And today, we're gonna talk about this guy right here. Maxx C. Yeah. Maxx C's an interesting card. You know what it does? I'm sure you do.
I know everything.
Do you?
Yes.
Really?
Because I'm Batman.
What's he do?
Shut up, I am the knight.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, he lets you draw cards, which is fun, and it's actually really good, this format. What do you know? Do I use Maxx C personally? Yes, I use Maxx C in some decks. In some decks where I believe it is necessary to use Maxx C, especially in decks that use a bunch of hand traps. It's actually really good to use Maxx C in those decks. What they need is a way to get to their cards quicker, and since they run hand traps, Maxx C is a very big benefit to them because it gets you those hand traps, which often means you can use them right away, because that's what hand traps do. They are used from the hand.
Even I could have figured that out.
It's got some limitations, though, like the fact that it actually can't be used under Macrocosmos, because it has to be discarded to the graveyard. And if it's discarded and it's not sent to the graveyard, if it's banished, well, that unfortunately means then you don't get to draw your cards. Yeah, it's not the best against macro in that case then. So you also can't use it in macro decks at all, unfortunately. I'm building one right now that I really miss Maxx C in, especially because this format, Maxx C is wonderful. It's great against dragons, pretty good against prophecy, works against mermails. Pretty much most of the top decks you're gonna face this format special summon 2 to 3 times per turn at least. And Maxx C means either you stop them or
You die trying.
well, you get to draw a bunch. Draw into your Tragodias and your Veilers, all your answers. So, which kind of decks should use it? I already said this. What is this question here for? Hey, guy that writes our questions.
What do you want? I'm busy editing.
What is this?
You're going to have to qualify this.
What is this?
I don't know what this is. I can't see your screen. Neither can the rest of us.
What is it? Why is it asking me what decks it should be used in? Even though I already was told them.
Work with me, Bubbles. It's not that hard.
What decks should not use Maxx C? I already told you that too. Well, this is awkward. So, Maxx C in comparison to Flying C. Flying C is completely different, in my opinion. Yeah, it is pretty bad. It's not as bad as I originally may have thought, even though I still think sort of that way. The reason I think it's bad is because you're giving your opponent a monster they can tribute to summon a different monster they can synchro with. The only thing they can't use it for is Exceed Summons. And as such, the fact that it actually stops Exceed Summons, period, makes it a good side in some areas, which is unlike Maxx C, in which you can side Maxx C in case of decks like dragons, but it's actually also good in the main deck in some cases. I myself main 2 of them whenever I believe I should use it, such in decks that really need more cards in their hand, like one point of Evil Swarms I was playing. I run 2 Maxx C in that deck, and I put them in there because, hey, they need more monsters. They need to get to their monsters to their hand. But yeah, basically, Maxx C's good. You should play it if you're good at it. However, because it's actually not the easiest card to learn to use. See, the big thing when learning to use Maxx C is you have to know when to activate it. If they're activating a card that lets them special summon a monster, such as, off the top of my head, Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. If they activate that card, drop Maxx C, because they're all probably going to special summon. They don't have to, though, so they might not. But you'll prevent them from summoning one of their big fairies or something or other. Another strategy to use it for is if you want them to stop using their cards. Like, I remember back when wind-ups were a thing, you use Maxx C against wind-up's initial special summon or initial summon of Magician, then they either stop and do nothing for the turn and basically lose all advantage, or they continue to go off.
And then you decked out by the end of the turn.
Then you get a bunch of advantage to your hand.
Alright.
Another card that actually may shape up to be a good card this format, that actually may deter the use of Maxx C, is a card. Is this card? Heavy Slump. Not very well known, is it? You can only activate this card when your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand. Your opponent then adds their hand to their deck and draws 2 cards.
So I would believe that that's after shuffling it.
Basically, this card right here can ruin this format.
Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled.
No, not really. It's just good against stuff like Dragon Rulers and any deck that uses Maxx C consistently, because you want to use this against somebody that draws a lot of cards. So that's Maxx C. His video. Little cockroaches right there. They're fucking. Look at them. Look at those cockroach eyes and all the glare that I can get on this phone. Cockroach eyes.
Subscribe today.
It's even free.
And you get to see more of us.
What more could you ask for?
Some roast beef, some chicken, a pizza.